Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. It's Friday. The chat is up and running. How we doing today? Got some good news today. Supreme Court said tariffs are illegal for Trump to impose like he did. Oh, he's going to do his song and dance, don't get me wrong. The bottom line is he needs to back off. That's a break that the American people needed. A tariff was a tax on each and every one of us, a hidden tax. Oh, I have no doubt that, he'll be up to his usual shenanigans, murdering people and harassing others and, doing everything within his power to become Hitler Jr. And our weather turned overnight. It is not nice out there. It's 30 degrees and snowing. I'm in Michigan. That's the only disclaimer needed there. Michigan, I swear it could snow in July here. Hopefully not, but how's everybody doing? What are you guys up to today? I went to lunch at Olive Garden with my best friend. It was good. I just had salad and breadsticks, but it still hit the spot. So what are you guys up to? Yeah, still no change on the Nancy Guthrie thing, and I find it hard to believe that she's still alive. Got to come to terms with it eventually. But it's not looking good. This whole Mexico fiasco and the cartels, it's all bunk. Yeah. I'm not sure how the family's ever going to get any closure. None of it makes any sense. It's all just really sad, in my opinion. I think realistically, I mean, after 20 days, you got to figure. I doubt that a senior citizen could live 20 days without their meds. I think that's too much to ask, especially when you add in the stress of being kidnapped and possibly injured. Very hard to believe. So what do you guys got going on? Big plans for the weekend? Well, it looks like we're getting snow, so I'm just going to hibernate. Stay out of trouble. I did manage to get a walk 5 days in a row. For February, that's excellent. I was a little out of shape, but I managed to get out there every day. All the snow we did have on the ground all melted, but now it's snowing again, some fresh stuff. So it's actually all my fault. I took the spike off my cane yesterday. That doomed us to have bad weather. I jinxed it. So what do you guys got going on? Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show has no script. It has no agenda. The actual guest stars actually control the show. The guest stars are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. So anytime you want to change the topic, feel free to jump in the chat. I'll pivot on a dime. It's a free show. No, I'm not putting in any sponsors, no midstream ads, not trying to sell you anything. I'm not running for political office, and I'm not coming out with my own line of merchandise. Okay. You guys are in charge of everything. I'm just giving you an opportunity to, number one, meet me. Number two, have your say on a worldwide platform. We do need to abide by the community guidelines set up by YouTube. But I don't care what we talk about. I don't have an agenda for this show. I have no script. On the days that nobody gets in the chat, we're stuck with wherever my mind happens to wander. Okay. And there's no telling where it's going to go. I've been watching Tom Grossi, and I highly recommend you do the same. Tom's a YouTuber who's in the middle of a week-long charity live stream. The one he's doing this year is to undo medical debt. I highly recommend it. As a matter of fact, let me get in the chat here and oh yeah, capitalize, please. Yeah, Tom Grossi. If you get a chance, check him out. Oh, I need to do a poll too. Yesterday, I started and finished a poll in the same day. It was a miracle. Start a poll. All right. Should Yep. Should Trump continue tariffs even though the Supreme Court says they are illegal? Let's make that a capital. And let's start the poll. Now, if only I can remember to close the poll. All right. The poll is up and running. Feel free to jump in there if you want. So, what's on your mind, people? What do you got going on? I'm planning on staying out of trouble all weekend long. Yes, I smoke cigarettes and pot. I don't recommend you do either. That's your proof that I'm not AI. AI don't smoke. I'm a human being. I have lots of bad habits. I make mistakes all the time. I've grown accustomed to it. I really have. So yeah, Tom Grossi is doing his yearly $1 million live stream for charity. And if you want to restore your faith in mankind, I'd say tune in and watch. You would not believe all the good people. Good people are falling out of the woodwork. I'm telling you, they're everywhere. You don't realize it because our news is all about scaring you, you know. The news here in the United States is it's all propaganda now. It's not news. Walter Cronkite would be doing flips in his grave. These people have bad intentions. The corporations that are bribing our politicians also own the network TV channels. The same guys that are bribing all of our politicians into representing them instead of representing us also control the media. That's why we're at the position we're in. It's all propaganda. It's not news. There's actually good news. Good things happen all the time. They just don't report them. They want to show you shootings, stabbings, violent crime. They wish to scare you. Their whole goal is to scare people. It makes them easier to control and manipulate. Don't fall for it. If you're an American, your fellow American is not your enemy. I don't care who's telling you they are not your enemy. These people on TV are using your fears to separate you into smaller groups. And then they're playing one group against the other to distract you from noticing what they are doing. They are simply stealing money. They are the criminal types. They don't want you to notice. You're not supposed to notice that Trump took a bunch of ships full of oil and sold them to Israel at a discounted price. And Israel put all the money into a private account for Trump in Qatar. Trump doesn't want you to know that he is banking in Qatar while he's president of the United States. He has created an offshore slush fund for himself to play with. Now he's got an account that is not in America. Last I knew, it had about $500 million, $500 million. And they're planning to add more every time they can get another oil tanker. Yeah, the man that's crying because he can't get the Nobel Peace Prize is killing people and stealing other people's oil and selling it on the black market for personal gain. Yeah, American banks don't function. So he has to use a bank in the country of Qatar. And no one's name is on that account except Donald Trump. America's not on there. He stole it with our military. Then he sold it on the black market to Israel at a discounted price. He had to do it on the black market. He can't put it on the legit market because that would add more supply and thus lower your price for gas in the United States. And that is not his goal. He is in this for self-enrichment. That's all. That's my opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. But I'm telling you, this guy's not on the up and up. 34 felony convictions for fraud. Once a fraud, always a fraud. That's my opinion. These people that are trusting the numbers coming out of this government are fools. The GDP, the gross domestic product for this nation, for the United States of America, is not growing, it is shrinking. You can't get positive growth out of negative numbers. It's impossible. He reduced imports into this country with his tariffs. At the same time, he reduced exports from this country with those same tariffs. Two negatives. He fired 250,000 government workers. Those are people that are no longer getting a paycheck. And yet he wants to tell you that the economy is growing. The unemployment line is growing. The rich are getting richer. The poor are getting poorer. And he's telling you it's America's golden age. Go ahead. Listen to his lies. You're going to lose. The more you listen to his lies, the more you lose. I'm done hearing your bullshit. He didn't like the actual numbers that were coming out. So he fired the Bureau of Labor Statistics and appointed one of his yes men that will give you fake numbers. I'm not saying Biden was a better president. I'm saying Biden had a better policy. With Biden, unemployment went down, jobs increased. Under Trump, jobs decreased. Unemployment is on the rise, and it's rising fast. The numbers that they're presenting to you are fictitious. They are not real. Over time, those real numbers will come out. They're trying to tell you that we had economic growth last year, and I'm telling you, we did not. The GDP is shrinking. I don't care how many times they want to lie to you. Their numbers, their math don't add up. You can't take all these negatives and come out with positive numbers. It's not possible. And these people that are telling you that it's all looking good, they're blowing smoke up your skirt. After the midterm elections are over and done, the real numbers for last year, 2025, will start to leak out little by little. And they're going to say, oh, as it turns out, the economy shrank in 2025. When we look back on it, we can say, oh, mistakes were made. They lied to you on purpose. Okay. Don't believe them. If you believe someone that's lying to you, you should put one hand on your wallet because they're going for it. That's why they lie. Don't believe this bullshit. Their numbers are fake. Their unemployment numbers are fictitious. They made them up. They are no longer based on fact. U.S. farmers last year lost $44 billion worth of business. Trump bailed them out with $12 billion. They lost $44 billion and gained $12 billion. And he wants you to believe that this is a positive number, that the farmers are doing great. Bankruptcies are up all across the country. Personal and business bankruptcies have increased exponentially. The country is not doing fine. The price that you're paying at the grocery store for beef is up. Coffee, up. Milk, up. Bread, up. No prices are going down. None. They're lying to you to your face. And if you're believing it, you're the fool. You need to wise up. He's telling you these numbers are good. These numbers are not good. He's telling you that his actions are legal, and they are not legal. He loses every time he goes to court. He's not winning shit. Take a look around. Tell me what factories are being built. How is manufacturing on the increase, on the rise? It's not. It's declining. We are losing manufacturing jobs every month. What little growth there is in the American economy is coming from the war machine. They're making and selling weapons. That's the only thing that's in the black. Everything else is in the red. You cannot take negative numbers and come out and say we have positive growth. It is not possible. Think about it. If the farmers lost $44 billion last year, how can he give them $12 billion in a bailout and say, thank God I was here, now you're okay? No. They lost $32 billion over what he gave them. That's a loss no matter how you stack it up. Imports and exports are down. Less business is being conducted. When less business is being conducted, how can they tell you that you are witnessing an economy that has any kind of growth or upward movement? It's impossible. He fired 250,000 federal employees. Those people are not getting a paycheck. No jobs are being created. We are losing jobs every month. Businesses are folding. Bankruptcies are on the rise. This is not the golden age. And you can't expect the media to tell you the truth when the media is owned by the corporations. The same corporations that are bribing your politicians. The politicians won't tell you the truth. The media won't tell you the truth. Trump won't tell you the truth. The American economy is shrinking. Americans are paying more for everything by design. They're doing this because they want to do this. It's good for the guys that own the corporation. While you and I go broke, they are getting richer. I don't think you guys understand how much money $1 billion is. I can put it into context for you. I'll give you $1,000 every second until I get to $1 billion. How long would I be doing that? 32 years. If you want 1 billion seconds to come off the clock, it takes 32 years. People, the middle class is gone. History does not exist anymore. Corporations and rich people do not pay taxes. You and I pay taxes. Poor people pay taxes. The rich and the corporations pay zero. They bribed all your politicians. Your politicians do not represent you. They represent the corporations that bribed them. Sorry. I'm not making this crap up. I see it from right here on my end of my couch. You cannot get positive growth from negative numbers. It's impossible. You add -1 and -1, what do you get? -2. There's no way that that can come out as a positive number. It cannot happen. Math don't work like that. They're scamming you. Don't believe this crap. Jobs are not being created. When jobs are not being created, but bankruptcies are being filed, I can guarantee you we are losing jobs every month of every year. There is no growth. They're playing the shell game. We're going to approve the military budget. That's good for the GDP. Government spending is good. No, it's not. How much do you get paid every time an F-35 is built? You ain't making squat. How much do you get paid every time a Tomahawk missile is built? You ain't making squat. Their war machine, the weapons makers, they're making bank. They're happy. By design. You hear them say, oh, we're going to give $100 billion in weaponry to Ukraine. That's a lie. They ordered $100 billion worth of new weapons from the weapons manufacturers in the United States. They placed an order for $100 billion. They took all the old, broken down, expired munitions and they shipped those to Ukraine. They don't get our brand new tanks. They get our old tanks. They don't get our brand new missiles. They get our old missiles. They gave them the air defense. Really nice. It's too bad they didn't give them any of the missiles that go in that air defense. Oh, they want to sell those to them. And oh yeah, they cost millions of dollars each. To a country that is poor, war-torn. They gave them an air defense, but no bullets for the gun. That's what they did. They did not give them cash. They gave them our old weapons so that they could order new ones. Every time they make a new ship, do you get paid? No. You actually worked really hard, paid in the taxes that are paying for the ship. They make it look, they're playing the shell game. Let's approve 20 more billion for this reason and for that reason. They want to order $20 billion worth more weapons. They want the new ones. They're only getting rid of the old ones. The deck is stacked against us, the American people. Grumman, Lockheed Martin, they're all doing fine. They've got orders up the yin yang. They've got work for their employees for the next 10 years. Just from the existing orders. Their profit's guaranteed. When was the last time the U.S. military stood up and said, stop it, we don't need any more planes? They've never said that, not once. They always want more planes. Everything that this administration is doing, you can find it right in Hitler's playbook, Mein Kampf. It's almost word for word. They're lying to you. They figure if they tell you the same lie often enough, it becomes fact. Truth is, it does not ever become fact. It always remains to be nothing more than a lie. They want you to believe that they're the good guys. They want you to believe the United States is better than everyone else. We're the good guys. The good guys are about to attack Iran again. There are 4 aircraft carriers outside of Iran. There's 2 in the Med and there's 2 in the Indian Ocean. Iran is surrounded. 40% of our Navy is surrounding Iraq. Another 20% is surrounding Cuba and Venezuela. Yeah, they got an aircraft carrier down there too. They are, in essence, blockading Cuba and starving the Cuban people. They don't have food. They don't have jobs. They're literally starving to death because of the blockade that President Trump has put on. How come you don't hear about that blockade? Because Trump owns the news. The guys that want him to do this own the TV stations. Venezuela, same thing. They're stealing their oil tankers. They are in turn selling that oil on the black market to Israel and taking the money and putting it in a bank in the country of Qatar. Donald Trump's name is on that bank account. Yours isn't. Mine isn't. The United States name isn't on that. Donald Trump's name is on that. That's his money. He stole the oil. He sold the oil. When it comes to the international court, oh yeah, the United States would be responsible for that. They stole the oil. Starving the people of Cuba, killing Venezuelan fishermen, getting ready to attack Iran. What else do you want to talk about? You want to know about Syria? You want to know how Donald Trump just changed sides in that war? We used to be arm in arm with the Kurds. They were pro-democracy. Now the United States has changed sides. Now we're with this, the killer, Bolsonaro or whatever his name is, the dictator. We went from democracy to backing the dictator. Why isn't that in the news? Why isn't it in the news that everybody else is attacking and prosecuting and investigating all the people in the Epstein files, but in the United States, we're protecting the pedophiles? We're protecting the pedophiles by not releasing all the files, number one. And no one's being prosecuted because Trump owns the Department of Justice. It's his private law firm. It has nothing to do with anything that has to do with crime. It has to do with covering up crime. You saw this Pam Bondi at her congressional hearing. You think she's representing you? Not hardly. She's representing Trump. She didn't go in there to answer any questions. She went there to attack the people that were asking her questions. This whole deal, the whole debacle with the ICE agents, Border Patrol and ICE agents. All of these cities that these ICE agents are in are the cities where Trump lost in the last election. All of them. He is getting his vengeance. He is bad-mouthing all these immigrants. Do you know that there are over 75,000 of them immigrants that are in cells right now that never committed a crime? It is not a crime to come to the United States seeking asylum. So tell me again why we put all these people in behind bars. 75,000 human beings are being held without committing a crime in America. Think about it. Are you happy about that? Let me tell you the truth about these immigrants. No immigrants are getting welfare. Welfare is only for American citizens. No immigrants are voting in our elections. There again, you must be a U.S. citizen in order to be able to cast a ballot. They are not voting. They are vibrant, important, contributing people. They're not arresting rapists and killers. They're arresting cooks and dishwashers. They are doing heinous things to these people, like deporting them to prisons when they were never convicted of a crime. That's why he had to bring Garcia back. He never got before a judge that said, you have to leave. They skipped the whole due process. You know, the due process guaranteed every human being in the United States. Yeah, they just decided to skip it. We don't need due process. It's only worked for 250 years. Why would it work now? These are heinous crimes against humanity. And our news is not telling us about it because the people that are running the news, the people that own the news stations, are making bank, baby. They're getting the big bucks. Oh, yeah. They're taking warehouses that are empty and they're turning them into detainment centers. Look at it like an instant prison. Those people have never been convicted of a crime. It is not illegal to try to move to the United States of America. It's not a felony to cross that border. If you don't go through the check-in point and you just simply swim across the river, that is not a felony. It's a misdemeanor. And you know what they do with those guys that commit those misdemeanors? They say, oh, you got to get in line and go across at the border and turn in your name and give us your information and do it the right way so that you're legal. They don't put them in prison. It's not that kind of a crime. The non-citizens do not vote in America. Non-citizens do not get welfare in America. They cannot. It's against the rules. Go apply for food stamps. It's on there. Are you a U.S. citizen? Go register to vote. It's on there. Are you a U.S. citizen? Illegal aliens cannot vote. They cannot collect welfare, and they're not taking your job. Your employer is taking your job and shipping it to other countries to be done cheaper. Your employer took away your good paying job and shipped it overseas. Your employer is not bringing that job back. He would rather have a Chinese kid making your tennis shoes. He would rather have a sweatshop run in India making your t-shirts. You didn't want those jobs anyways. Do you want to go work in a field picking watermelon? All of this stuff is to give you a scapegoat, someone to blame it all on. It's like these the trans people that want to play in sports. Do you know how many trans athletes there are in America? 6. In the whole friggin' country. 6. Yet we got to pass legislation against them. Can't let them use the wrong bathroom. There's not that many transsexual people. Do you know how many children were forced to have their gender changed? 0. None. Not one. Doctors ain't doing that shit. You guys are believing all this bullshit. You're believing all these lies. You're trying to give them credibility where none is due. Stop believing their bullshit. I'm telling you, the American economy is in the tank. It's on the way down. It is not growing. You cannot get positive numbers from negative numbers. It's impossible. These illegal aliens that you think are taking your job, they're paying into Social Security that they can never collect. They pay in, it's deducted from their paycheck, but they can't collect ever. Why? Foreigners can't collect Social Security. Only American citizens get Social Security. Why is Social Security going broke? Real simple. It's so simple, it's sick. They put a cap on there saying the rich don't have to pay their fair share. You and I pay our fair share, but the rich do not. It's got a cap. Why is there a cap? There shouldn't be a cap. If you pay 7.5% and I pay 7.5%, why doesn't the rich man pay 7.5%? Oh, because he's special. No. Because he bribed your politician, honey. Okay. Why are you paying taxes at a 15% rate on your income? And the business that you work for is paying income tax at an 8% rate of their net profit after all the expenses. They're paying less than you. Major corporations are paying $0 in taxes. by design, because they bribed all your politicians, and your politicians love taking that bribe money. They say, oh, we'll screw all those workers. We'll screw them over today. We'll screw them over again tomorrow. Don't worry about it. As long as you keep greasing my palm, I'll keep screwing over my constituents. The same guys that are bribing your politicians own the media. They're not telling you the truth. They're giving you propaganda. The truth of the matter is the rich people in this country are putting their foot on the poor people's neck, and they're putting their body weight on it. They've got their foot on your neck right now, whether you realize it or not. These people do not have the same morals and ethics that you and I have. Let's talk about rolling back regulations. It's got a nice ring to it. I'm rolling back regulations, stimulating the economy. It's good for business. Let's stop for a second and think, well, why are those regulations there? Oh, because you were polluting the air, or polluting the water, or human beings were dying. That's why those regulations were put into place. Tell me again now, what are we getting when we roll them back? Increased corporate profit. Right. I gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's that corporate profit that they don't pay taxes on. Oh, I gotcha. I get it now. The rich people are screwing over the poor people, and all of our current politicians, Democrat or Republican, have already been bribed. They've already been to the child molester parties. They've already had the hookers. They've already snorted the cocaine. It's too late for that. They changed all the laws so that you and I get screwed over. They changed all the laws so that they can keep generational wealth. And every time you try to call them on all their sins, what do they say? Oh, we're the poor rich guys. Everybody's picking on us. We got good reason to pick on them. But they're never held accountable. All they're giving you is lip service. If you want to listen to it, go right ahead. I'm not paying attention to it. It's all lies. The Mexican people that are in the United States are not my enemy. The Canadian people that are in the United States are not my enemy. The Americans, my fellow Americans in the United States, are not my enemy. You don't have any enemy in the United States. The criminal population, felony criminal population of the United States of America has never exceeded 7% of the population. Not in the history of America has it ever been 8%. It has always been 7%. No matter how many laws they changed, no matter how militarized they made the police force, they have never been able to affect that number. 7% of the population is criminal. Of that 7%, 2 million of them are currently behind bars. Federal, state, and local authorities have these people behind bars. They want you to think crime is prevalent in America. They want you to think there's a bad guy with an AR-15 on every corner in America. And if we don't crack down on this crime, we're all going to suffer. Bullshit. 7% of the population. You know what I glean from that? What information I can get from that? That 93% of us are not bad at all. We're not criminal. "93% of Americans are not criminal." That 7% that are criminal, they don't stay criminal their whole life. Number one, a lot of them die a violent death because they're criminals. Number two, some of them actually rehabilitate. A 20-year-old that steals a car, a felony criminal, goes and does 5 years of prison, gets out at 25. He's on parole. He's forced to get a job. He gets a job. He's got to keep his nose clean or he goes back to prison. Now he gets a wife or a girlfriend. He has a kid or two. And now he's got a decent job and he's a functioning member of society again. No longer a criminal. Lifelong criminals are on TV. They don't make it in the real world. In the real world, criminals don't stay criminals for their entire 75-year lifespan. At some point, they come back into society and they start working a job and paying taxes just like everybody else. At some point, society pulls them back in and will grind them through again. Hopefully they learned a lesson and they'll make better choices this time around. If not, the system will pull them out again, smack them down, put them back in prison for a few years, and then let them out again. It's a cycle, a recycle, if you will, with human beings instead of aluminum or plastic. They're recycling these human beings. Here's your bona fide evidence. I don't care what country you live in. If you don't get up and go to work every day, guess what? You don't survive. You think the United States is a welfare state? You're wrong. You think millions of people are laying around on their couch just collecting a check? You're wrong. Don't work that way. Just like in America, just like in Somalia, If you don't get up and go to work, you don't survive, honey. You're not going to make it. Everyone in every country, all over the entire planet, has to get up and go to work every day. And guess what? They do. These politicians want to split you away from other people. They want to divvy you up into smaller groups, into little subgroups, if you will. Their motivation for doing it is real simple. They're stealing you blind. They're the real criminals. You're a normal person. I'm a normal person. Are you sitting around cleaning your gun thinking about blowing somebody away today? I'm not. Normal people aren't doing that. Normal people don't have time to do such things. Those kind of thoughts never enter our head. We're busy building for our future, trying to keep the kids on track, working our jobs. The workers on planet Earth that are of value are the human beings. All the human beings on planet Earth have to get up and go to work every day. Why do they do that? To survive. If you don't get up and go to work, you're not going to make it. You're not going to have a roof over your head. You're not going to have food in your belly. You will not survive if you don't get up and go to work. We all know it. That's why we get up and go to work. But these politicians or the news media is trying to divvy you up into smaller groups and divide you from your fellow man. Because it makes it easier to control and manipulate you, and you can't see them steal. One planet, one human race. That's all we got. They want you to think other planets, oh, you're going to get to move to Mars. Nope. Not going to work. It's fantasy. It's somebody's daydream. It's not real. It's not tangible. There's one human race on this planet, and there's one planet. If anything goes wrong on this planet, it must be fixed by the human race. The deer, the bears, the cows, the rabbits, none of them can fix what goes wrong on planet Earth. The only ones that can repair planet Earth are the human beings. We must solve all the problems on planet Earth. No one else is going to do it. They want you to fight with one another. Think about it. They're trying to use your fears to separate you from other human beings. One human race, but they want to divvy you up into all these subgroups. I got black people. I got white people. I got Republicans. I got Democrats. I got Christian. I got Muslim. Subgroups. They want you to get divvied up into a subgroup and fight with the other subgroups. They want to cause conflict. Let me see if I can explain this. I take all the Republicans and I take all the Democrats and I tell them exactly the same thing. Those other guys are out to get you. They're sitting around 24/7 plotting against you. They're your enemy. You should hate them. You should fear them. As a matter of fact, you should probably strike first, lash out against them as a way of protecting yourself. The wise man knows that they're saying the same thing to both sides. They want you to confront one another. They want you to pay attention to the fight, to pay attention to the struggle. Don't pay attention to your money that they're up here stealing. Don't pay attention to your laws that they're over here breaking. Pay attention only to each other. I need the Christians to fight the Muslims so that neither religion finds out what I'm doing. I need the blacks and the whites to fight so that neither one of them notice how much I'm stealing from both of them. Don't fall for this bunk. Don't let them put you in a subgroup. And once you find yourself in a subgroup, don't stay there. Your fellow human being is not your enemy. He's your best friend. You rely on him every single day. You just don't know his name. When I get up and I walk over to the light switch, my light comes on. Damn convenient. I don't know those guys that work at the power company. Don't know a single one of them. But I sure do like to rely on them. And I can rely on them. They're pretty dependable. If for some reason my power doesn't come on, I can pick up the phone and call them. They'll get right on it. They'll get that shit fixed today. Here's your power, sir. Sorry for the outage. I still don't know any of their names. What if some of them were Muslim or Republican or black? Ain't I supposed to hate those guys? Yet they just worked their ass off and got my power back on within mere hours. And they're dependable. They're going to be on the job again tomorrow. So I have power again tomorrow. Tell me again why I'm supposed to hate these guys. Tell me why I'm supposed to lash out against them. Tell me why I'm supposed to fear them when I can depend on them, when I can rely on them every day, day in and day out. Now I can walk out into the kitchen, I can turn on the faucet, get some cold drinking water. Yeah, that's pretty reliable. It's pretty dependable. I don't know any of those guys over at the water company either. You know, I bet some of those guys are Republican. There might be a Muslim working over there. But yet I can depend on him. I can rely on him every day, 7 days a week, 365. Wait, why am I supposed to hate him again? Oh, yeah, because he's Muslim. That's right. Right. Everything we do, we have choices. When I walk out my front door, I can go bowling, go for a drive, go for a walk. I can go to a restaurant. I can go to a movie. I can go shopping. I can get groceries. I have options. Each and every one of those options is dependent on other human beings. Can't go bowling if the guy at the bowling alley don't go into work. Can't go to the restaurant and eat without the cook, without the waitress, without the dishwasher. I depend on all of them for all of my choices. Those choices make my life nice. I love having lots of choices. Do you ever go to New York City? When you walk out your door in New York City, you got options. Options galore. All the different stores I can go to, the bodegas, all those options make my life grand. They give my life great value. All of those options come from all of those other people. Christian and Muslim, black and white, Republican and Democrat, are all giving me options that give me a quality of life that I would not have without those people. I'm codependent on all other human beings on this planet. If I go out to dinner, where was that food farmed, raised? Oh, my beef came from Argentina. My salad came from California, except for the tomatoes, which came from Mexico. And I like those pine nuts. Those pine nuts that I like on those came from Canada. Yeah, right. And there was a tangerine slice in there. I love that tangerine. Oh, that was made in Turkey. It was grown in Turkey. A farmer in Turkey gave me a better lunch. That's interesting. Can you tell me again why I'm supposed to hate that guy? Oh, because he's from another country. Well, I can still rely on him. I can still depend on him. I can still buy his tangerines. Why am I supposed to hate the guy now? Oh, yeah, he was Muslim. That's right. You don't have to hate that guy. It's foolish for you to hate that guy. You need that guy. He's enhanced your life. He's given you better options. You pick up the salt shaker. Did you make that salt shaker or did another working human? Oh, another working human made that. What about the salt that's in the shaker? Did you mine that salt or did another human being? Oh, another human being did that. Well, set it back on the table. Oh, that table. Did you make that table? No, another human being made that table. Tell me again why I'm supposed to hate that guy. Oh, yeah, because he's slightly different than me. All human beings have core. Our core is our the things we all do. We all love our parents. We all love our family. We all want our kids to do better than us. We all want the same things. We're all intrinsically the same. Yes, there are a few different blood types. Yes, there are a few different skin colors, but we're all basically the same. We're human beings. We're not Jews and Protestants. We're human beings. Tell me again why I'm supposed to hate all those other guys? Well, at least I win the prize for hating those guys. What do you mean? There's no prize for hating people? If there's no prize for hating people, tell me again why I'm supposed to do it? Oh, because they're slightly different than me? Think about it. Makes no sense to hate. There's no prize. You get nothing out of it. Same thing with being angry. Why do you need to be angry? What do you get from it? Is your anger ever built anything? The news media, the corporations, the wealthy elite, the top of the top, the cream of the crop, the smartest of us all, supposedly. They're trying to divvy us up into smaller groups and let us fight one another. We get nothing for fighting. We achieve nothing. We accomplish nothing. There is no prize. There is no reward. So why do we fight again? Oh, because the rich guys want us to. So that we don't notice that, oh, they just raised the price of gas again? Oh, it's all right. Gas is priced based on supply and demand. Don't let it bother you that we're the ones setting the price and we're also the ones that determine how much supply we have. Should mean nothing to you. Don't pay attention to all this money that we're stealing. Don't pay attention to the, 12 weekends a year that we raise gas prices just because we can. Those times when we're raping you financially. Don't pay attention to that. You should go fight those people that are slightly different than you, shouldn't you? Shouldn't you be in conflict with those people? Why? I need those people. They give me quality of life. They give me options. Those people are my best friend. I just haven't met them yet. Don't know their name. But I guarantee you, every one of them gets up and goes to work every day. Even though I don't know who the hell they are, I can guarantee you they get up and go to work every day, because if they don't survive. Think about it. Why are you supposed to hate one another now? I forget. Oh, because you have slight differences. Yeah, that's right. Now I remember. I'm sorry. Your hatred, your anger don't build shit. There's no prize. There's no reward. I refuse. I ain't doing it. I'm not going to be in conflict with my fellow human beings because They enhance my quality of life. They give me options. When I open my front door, I have unlimited options because of every one of the other human beings. You don't need to hate people. You need to tolerate people. I can disagree with you all day long and still tolerate you. I can dislike you all day long and still tolerate you. Tolerate, don't hate. Go along to get along. Live and let live. Allow that person to be different than you are. You can still work with the guy. You have to tolerate, or you suffer the consequences. If you stand in your front yard yelling at everybody that goes by consistently, what's going to happen when you need help with something? Who's going to help you? That guy you've been yelling at every day? I don't think he's going to go out of his way to help you. Every time you're standing in your front yard yelling at your neighbor, you're subconsciously training him that if he wants, he can stand in his front yard and yell at you all day, every day. What a waste of time. What a waste of effort. If you want to stand out in your front yard and yell at your neighbors for being different than you, you can. There's no law against it. But when push comes to shove, when the natural disaster hits and we're standing in floodwater that's chin deep, and that guy that you've been yelling at comes tooling by in a boat, I don't think you're going to be yelling mean things at him. I think you're going to be yelling, hey, over here, help me, help me. Get me and my family out of this water, please. That stranger you've been standing in your front yard ridiculing will do the right thing. He'll pull you and your family out of the water. We're human beings. We all care. We all try to do the right thing. If you're the guy in the boat and he's the one in the water, you're going to do the right thing. You're going to pull him out of the water. And when those floodwaters subside, that guy is the one that's going to be standing shoulder to shoulder with you doing the cleanup when we try to put all this back together again. That same guy that you were standing in your front yard yelling at is now your new best friend. How do you like him now? When he's pulling you up out of the water, did you ask him, are you a Democrat or a Republican? What color's your skin now? What religion are you? Those things don't matter at that time, do they? No, they don't. What matters is that human beings are there to help one another. And if you're always chastising your neighbor, if you're always beating him down, he's not going to be there to help you. The people that are on TV telling you to hate that neighbor because he's slightly different than you, they're not your friend. Let's talk about the truth about these people. President Trump, classic example. He's a president for all Americans. Oh, except for the ones that got brown skin. And except for the ones that vote Democrat. And except for the ones that aren't filthy rich. And except for the ones that are different from him. He's not representing all Americans. He's representing himself. He's a greedy little bastard. And he's the one driving the car. President of the United States. He's acting like a spoiled 2-year-old. That toy's mine. You can't play with that toy. It's mine. It's mine. It's all mine. What a loser. Let me tell you the solution. The solution to all of these problems is so simple, it's ridiculous. Tolerate your fellow human being. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to like him. All you need to do is tolerate him. It doesn't matter what your task is, whatever you're trying to do. What you need is more human beings on your team. Doesn't matter if they're Christian or Muslim. Doesn't matter if they're black or white. Doesn't matter if they're Republican or Democrat. If you want to succeed, you need to get them on your team. In order to get them on your team, you need to tolerate them, and you need them to tolerate you. Don't have to like you, but they need to tolerate you so that you can work together. No matter what your task, no matter what your goal, if you can get more human beings on your team, the first thing you notice is you don't have to work as hard. You've got help. Someone else shouldering the burden with you. That's kind of nice. The next thing you're going to notice is, oh, we finished that job. We're successful. Yay. Thanks for the help, buddy. I appreciate you. The more human beings you get on your team, the lighter your workload, the quicker you succeed. It's not a complicated formula. Be inclusive. Get more people on your team. The more people you get, the less you have to do yourself, and the faster you get done. The faster you achieve all your goals. I'm building a channel on YouTube. What do I need? More human beings. What do they need to like me? No, they just need to tolerate me so we can work on a team together. This is why we have cities, towns, villages, so that human beings can live in close proximity to one another and collaborate and work together and achieve great things. That collaboration is everything. It should be priceless, more than platinum, more than gold. Collaboration with other human beings is the key to your success. If you're trying to build a house by yourself, could take you a couple of years. Get a couple hundred people to help you, it could take you a couple of weeks. Which path you want to take? Oh. If you're trying to build something, you need more people on your team. Plain and simple. A simple formula: the more humans you got on your team, the better off you are. So when you see President Trump struggling, what's he need? More human beings on his team. But he can't get there from here because he's a bigot. He can't tolerate them. And they can't tolerate him. He's like the neighbor standing in his front yard yelling at everybody that goes by. Why won't anyone help me? Because you're an asshole. That's why. Stop being a jerk. If you want people on your team, you need to be nice. Be inclusive. Invite them in. Don't frisk them. Invite them in. Please join my team. Help me. Let's all work together. When we work together, we can build great things. Your proof is right outside your front door. Open your front door. Everything that you see that is man-made is your evidence that the human beings prior to you put their differences aside and worked together. One guy did not build every house in your town. One guy did not build every car in your town. One guy did not build every street in your town. Human beings had to work together in order to accomplish that. You need your fellow human beings. You're codependent on them. Every time you hit a light switch, you're depending on every one of those guys at the electric company, and you don't know who the hell they are. When you walk out your door, you have options because of the other human beings. Without them, you got nothing. You want to move out into the wilderness of Alaska? Go right ahead. It's not crowded. But as soon as you do, you lose options. Can't go out to a movie. There ain't a movie theater for 100 miles. Can't turn on the light switch because, there's no electricity. Can't turn on the faucet because I haven't drilled the well yet. You need those other human beings. They are what gives you your options. That's what gives you your quality of life. Those other human beings that you've been told to hate for one reason or another. There's one human race on this planet, and we need all of us. We're codependent on one another, each and every one of us. You think it's okay to go without those people? Oh, I don't need them. The hell you don't. You need them all, because the more there are, the more options you have when you open your door. hating your fellow man is shooting yourself in the foot. Now you got no one to help you. The more people you get to help you, the less you have to do yourself. And the faster you achieve all your goals. This is basic math, folks. 2 men are stronger than 1. 3 men are stronger than 2. A dozen men are stronger than 2. You need more human beings on your team. If you're struggling, if you're having trouble achieving any goal, achieving any task, you don't need a bigger bankroll. You need more human beings on your team. Get more human beings on your team, and your success is right around the corner. It's guaranteed. You're not going to fail unless you push all those other human beings away and you say, you ain't good enough to be on my team, boy. Dumbest statement ever said. You need those other human beings on your side. Trump could fix all of his problems if he'd stop being a jerk and pushing other people away and looking down on them saying, I'm better than you. He's telling you he's a loser. These people you see on TV that are telling you to hate one another, to not trust one another, these people are not your friends. They're not doing you any favors. You want to open an exclusive club and not let people in? You better have that big bankroll. You're going to need it. You want to accomplish something quickly? Create a team. Create a team. The more people on your team, the faster you achieve your goals. Plain and simple. I'm sorry I'm the only one on TV telling you this. Nobody's paying me. And I'm telling you this from my life experience. I'm trying to build a channel. I need people to like and subscribe to my show. Can I do that by saying, oh, everybody but the brown people, everybody but the Christian, everybody but the Muslims? No, I can't succeed that way. Anytime I do something like that, I'm actually delaying my progress. Be inclusive, include others, get more people on your team. You're guaranteed to win. We saw Trump running for election, and he said, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Blatant lies. But some of the people believed it. And they walked in and they voted him into office. Now they regret their vote. But it's too late. He's in office for 3 more years. I'm sorry he lied to you, and I'm sorry you fell for it. But he's the president of the United States. Good, bad, or ugly. That's all we got. We have to tolerate him and work with him. or we're not going to achieve any of our goals. He doesn't understand. That's why he fails. If he understood that all he needs is to be nice and get more human beings on his team, he wouldn't fail. Every time you see someone fail, it's because they did not have enough human beings on their team. Plain and simple. If you want to build a house by yourself and you got a 300-pound truss that you got to get up on the roof and you're by yourself, good luck with that. You might accomplish it eventually. Enough block and tackle. It's not the smart way to go. The smart way to go is to get someone else to help you. And you can't do that if you can't tolerate other human beings. And you can't do that if you can't get other human beings to tolerate you. Donald Trump shoots himself in the foot by alienating people. The people of Greenland don't like him. People of Cuba don't like him. People of Venezuela don't like him. People in Iran don't like him. People in his own country that have brown skin don't like him. He cannot succeed this way, but he's too dumb to know it. If he wants to succeed, it's such a simple formula. Get more people to help you. I've been around this planet 68 years. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I'm smart enough to know no matter what I'm trying to do, I want as much help as I can get. I want as many people on my team as I can possibly find. The more people on my team, the sooner I achieve all my goals. That's what this channel is all about, is being inclusive, getting other people in. That's how I will succeed. Not by keeping people out. The exclusive club is not going to be successful. Eventually, the people that are making your exclusive club profitable, eventually they pass away. Then how's your exclusive club going to be profitable again? Oh, then you got to go back and get more people. Oh, gosh, I've been yakking the whole show. I need to close down the poll. Nobody voted today. Shame on you guys. You should have voted. Maybe I had a bad poll. Maybe it was my question stunk. Highly likely. Highly likely. The show's called Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. I'm not the star of the show. The people in the chat are the actual stars of this show. They determine what we talk about. They control the show. The show's free. I'm not going to sell you anything. I don't have a script. I don't have an agenda. I'm not coming out with a line of merch, and I'm not running for political office. I'm here to make friends, to meet people from around the globe. I enjoy doing that. I'm also giving them a platform in which they can speak to others around the globe for free. Rules are simple. Follow the community guidelines that are established by YouTube. The only thing you can do wrong in here is not have a good time. I believe interactive TV is the wave of the future. I believe that being able to have your say and be heard on a platform like this is a plus. I don't think it's a negative. We'll see how it works out. I'll try to do a better poll on Monday. I'll try to, be a little bit more engaging. Maybe I can get people into the chat on Monday. But regardless, I'll be here. I want you to know the channel's reliable, the channel's dependable. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we can get more people to like and subscribe, it will help the channel. But if it's not your thing, don't sweat it. I'm not making anyone do anything. I'm not trying to control and manipulate people. It's not my thing. I wouldn't even mention the like and subscribe if YouTube didn't mention it to me. That's their hang up, not mine. Okay. I don't know who they're putting this show in front of. I really don't. They'll figure it out eventually. It's their platform. They should be able to figure it out. I don't have a production staff. I don't have a makeup artist. I apologize for that. This is the prettiest I'm ever going to get, folks. But I'm telling you, you can have your say in here. You will be respected. You will find me being very defensive of the people in the chat. It takes guts to voice your opinion. I have freedom of speech here in the United States. Other countries are not so fortunate. If you're in one of those countries, do not get yourself into trouble with your government. I have freedom of speech. I give you the opportunity to speak anytime you want. 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. I do need the channel to get monetized eventually so I can do other projects and actually turn profit, but I'm not going to chase anyone down and tackle their wallet. That's not my gig. Okay. I spent most of my adult life working the table games in Vegas. I got used to meeting a lot of people. In the 5 months that I've been doing this, I've met quite a few people. 9, 10 different countries now. I enjoy it. I don't care what we talk about. That's up to you guys. I can tell you the only thing you can do wrong here is not have a good time. Tom Grossi has got that special going on this week. If you can, look him up, tune in. It could restore your faith in humanity. A lot of good people on his show. A lot of good people. It's basically the only thing I'm watching other than keeping tabs on the Nancy Guthrie thing. And I do believe she's passed away. I don't know how the family's going to get any closure. It's not pretty. Pray. Think positive thoughts. It's all we can do. I do want to tell you guys that I appreciate you. I appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate those that like and subscribe. I appreciate those that just listen. I enjoy doing this. When I first came up with this project, I told myself, I got to give it 3 years. I'm 5 months in, not running out of gas yet. Okay. Eventually, we're going to get to where we need to be. I believe it's our destiny with this show. But I do appreciate all of you. It matters. I believe in giving kudos where kudos are due. That's why I'm plugging Tom Grossi's show. Give kudos where kudos are due. Live and let live. Don't micromanage your neighbor, and don't allow him to micromanage you. Cut him some slack. Leave him alone. It's not your place to control his life. And it's not his place to control your life. With all that said, find some joy this evening. Find some peace of mind this evening. I'll be watching the Tom Grossi channel, but if you're not, find some happiness somewhere. Find someone to love. I dare you. Okay? These things give life value. These things give life quality. There's no reward for hatred. But success comes from tolerance. Achieving your goals. A lot of people don't know how to ask for help. I'm telling you, I need your help on this channel. Join this community. Be nice. It's all you got to do. All right. You guys have a good, safe weekend. Be happy. Okay? You deserve to be happy. Stress is killing people all over the planet. Don't let it get you. I'll see you guys Monday at 3 Eastern. I'll be the good-looking guy with a smile. I'll see you. Bye.